One thing I personally refuse to do as a black woman or as a black person is go to countries that I'm not wanted. I don't need to explore the most racist parts of Italy. For what?
See, that country that they are calling Malaysia, never again in my life. Back in 2016, when I was still a student, I happened to be in Asia, and two of my closest friends were in school in Malaysia. So I hadn't seen them in like 5-6 years. So I was like, you know what, let me go and visit them. Popsy warned me. He said, stay one place. Don't go anywhere. Did I listen? No. I carried my hard-earned money as a student working. You know what the kind of small money you make as a student? I used my like 1.5 year savings. I went to Malaysia. I get to Kuala Lumpur, no problems. Me and my friends were having the best time of our lives for like 3-4 days. So we decided, let's go island hopping in Sabah, which is also in Malaysia, by the way. So we clamp another aeroplane and go to Sabah. Mind you, my two friends are Ugandan and Indian, so one of them is black. We get to Sabah. By the way, in the plane, people were staring at us like the black people. They had never seen black people in their lives. That should have been our first clue. Anyway, we get to Sabah. We go through immigration, which I don't understand why, because it's a domestic flight, but we go through immigration. My Ugandan friend and I hand over our passports to the immigration officers. Then they take the both of us, only the two of us, only two black people in the line. They take us into a separate room. So we are there alone. And then after a while, they come back in. They hand my friend's passport back to her. But they are like, for me, I'm not allowed to enter Sabah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't understand why. He said, and I quote, "We do not allow your kind here." I was like, okay, I don't want any problems. I'll go back to Kuala Lumpur. No big deal. They now asked me to come and pay for my own deportation. I was like, you guys, you are not serious. I'm a student. We bought these tickets like 8 months ago. They were dirt cheap. I don't have money to pay for another ticket to go back. He was like, okay, you know what? We'll pay for you to go back. As if he was doing me a favor. Then when the time came for me to leave, I was given a police escort back onto the plane and sent back to Kuala Lumpur. My friends couldn't afford to come back with me, so I was left alone by myself in Kuala Lumpur for like 3 days. So to make the most of my time there, I decided, let me go out and see the city. Big mistake. When I would try and go out, taxi cabs would refuse to stop for me in the street because I was a black person. I would go to restaurants and wait staff would not take my order because they didn't want to talk to a black person. Listen, when I was finally leaving that country, on the queue to get onto the plane, 5 security agents in riot gear surrounded me, started asking me questions. Where are you coming from? Where are you going? They took my passport off me. They were flashing it with different lights to see whether my passport was fake. See, if I ever step foot in Malaysia again, my left kidney will shift.